and welcome back, Yo Bro Nation. I am Zach here on the Squared Circle podcast, episode number, because I can't remember, episode 16, I believe. Yes, episode 16. We are back. We are talking Royal Rumble preview and predictions. I got a little bit of Royal Rumble news. Some came out today while I was at work, but we'll cover that. We're going to talk Ryback threatening Mark Henry with legal action, Goldberg and his comments with The Undertaker, and it just coming out, Devon Dudley apparently had a thing too, so I'll probably mention Devon Dudley. Revolution date moved. Impact could be losing one of their big stars. What does Mic Foley think about the Royal Rumble? Is Cena coming back? What about this scary ending from the Royal Rumble? We're going to talk about all of that. We're going to talk about all of it today. And like I said, the main reason you're all here, the big reason, the Royal Rumble preview and predictions. I'm talking that today. And welcome everyone back. It is now 11:11 p.m. Friday night. I'm recording this. I just got off work a little more than an hour ago. Came home, set this thing up right away to try to get this taken care of. I just noticed something she did for me. Susie. I just noticed this. Susie set this up for me. Look, you guys. Tell me that's not freaking adorable. It's my stepdaughter and the wifey together. Just noticed she set that for me. It's so freaking sweet. But before I get into all the news and my preview and my predictions, I want to do a little bit of house clean. First of all, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Like this video, share this video with your friends, spread the word, let them know that we're here. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Yo Bro Nation. Links are down in the description box below for those. We have a TeePublic store. You guys are welcome to go there, get our merchandise. I have an ad at the end of all these videos. It'll show you all the shirts, so stick around and look at that as well. Here is a nice little community. We like to take care of each other, and I like to help promote my friends when possible. So, Jake is competing tonight as you guys are watching it. Tonight, Impact Pro Wrestling presents Awakened. Jake, he's going for the gold. I can't wait. Tomorrow night, I'm going to ask him how it went. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. if you're in the area. Bell time starts at 7:30 p.m. their time at the Valparaiso AmVets Post 78. Tickets are on sale. Please practice your social distancing and wearing a mask and stuff like that. But go out, have yourselves a damn good time with some pro wrestling. Go support Jake. He supports the channel. We shall support him. Also, real quick, speaking of Jake is taking bookings. The Hitman, Jake Capone. If you know someone who's a booker, maybe you're a booker yourself, hit him up. You can get him at Twitter, at Instagram, both at The Jake Capone. You guys can also email him directly at thehitmanjakecapone@gmail.com. The Hitman is now accepting bookings. Hey, if you like great t-shirts, you want some great quality, and you want to do something that's, kind of a worthy cause, go to shopaew.com. The Brody Lee Exalted in Heaven shirt, I believe all of Brody Lee's merchandise, when it's sold, all the proceeds do go to the family. I know for a fact it's going for this shirt. I have mine. You guys saw it. I love the shirt. Now I got the hiccups. I love that shirt. I don't know how long they're going to be doing this for. I'm going to promote it, a little while longer. But please, guys, please go and support. This is definitely a worthy cause. Help the family of Brody Lee. It's something I think worth doing for sure. So yeah, I'm going to get into the news, guys. I'm not going to try to be here terribly long. I'm hoping an hour max. But it's like I told Susie, once I get going, there's no telling how long I'll actually talk. I'm going to hold the preview and predictions till the end, once I'm done with all the news and the weekly update, which I'm going to keep super short because I'll be talking about that a lot during the Rumble match itself. So, quick stories, quick thoughts, that's what I'm going to do. But let's start with, let's see, where am I at here? Let's start with my first one. Let me make sure I am where I'm wanting to be. Yes, okay. So, story number 1. Let's talk about it. Cody Rhodes and Shaq at AEW Revolution. Also, Revolution in all of this, as it was announced on Dynamite this past week. Cody and Shaq gonna go at it. Revolution's now March 7th this year. March 7th this year. I guess that's good. It's one less pay-per-view in February to worry about. Got 2 now in February, 2 now in March, and then 2 nights in a row at WrestleMania. God, it's gonna be a busy next couple of months. But let's go. Let's just go ahead and let's get to the story. So, Wrestling Inc. Says, Cody Rhodes responds to Shaq's challenge. I did not see this. Unfortunately, Shaq's response at least. So it says, and like I said, I'm doing this on a Friday. But on tonight's AEW Dynamite, Cody Rhodes responded to Shaq's comments from last month during a sit-down with Brandi Rhodes and Tony Schiavone. Shaq and Brandi initially had a calm conversation, but Shaq then joked about his association. Jade Cargill giving Brandi some pointers in the ring. Brandi then threw a drink, blah, blah. We all saw that. Since then, Cargill has continued to taunt Cody wherever he appeared on TV. Brandi has announced her pregnancy, and it looks like Red Velvet could step in for her, which, yeah, Red Velvet came in during this, and basically, because, Arn said she should, it's now going to be Cody and Red Velvet, who I haven't seen much of at all, taking on Jade Cargill, who I've seen even less of, and Shaq, who, honestly, why is that even a thing? Anyways, but during tonight's AEW Awards, Shaq Shaq challenged Cody to a match in March, like on March 7th at Revolution, which is officially made tonight. There we go. On tonight's show, Cody wasn't sure what he was going to do on the pay-per-view, but Arn Anderson offered him up a new tag partner, which spread out Red Velvet. Red Velvet told Jade that Cody would never put his hands on her, but she would not hesitate to stir, as she put, here's her exact words, stir your bitch ass up. Tony Schiavone then said the ball was in Shaq and Jade's court. The match wasn't made official, but it looks like that's the direction things are going. Yeah. So far, since I'm on the subject, before I really get into Cody, yes, Revolution, now March 7th. That's interesting. They moved because of the Jake Paul thing on the 27th. And then they didn't stick to the 6th because there's a UFC show, so they're going to go head-to-head with a possible NBA All-Star game. Okay, fine. But here's the 2 matches that are currently confirmed. We will get the Young Bucks versus the winner of the Tag Team Battle Royal, or if they win that next week, versus whoever they choose. And we're getting Sting and the TNT champ Darby Allin versus Brian Cage and Ricky Starks in a street fight. So far, the shows look like we're going to have 3 tag team matches. Real quick, I love AEW, but I'm so sick of tag team matches. They should put a lot of tag team matches. But that's the current card for Revolution. Not a bad... I mean, it's a good card. I know these matches are going to be really good, so I'm not terribly like, oh god. As far as this goes, look, Shaq has no business being in the ring, and I can't say that Jade Cargill, I've never seen her wrestle, so I can't say either way whether I'm for it or against it. I've seen a little bit of Red Velvet when I've watched Dark a couple times. She looks okay. She's still a work in progress. She's part of the Nightmare Factory. So yeah, it makes sense that they throw her in there to be Cody's partner. Who do you pick to go over in this match? It's all but confirmed. You know they're gonna give us this match, right? It is literally all but confirmed. It's pretty much it. So I don't know. I don't know where you go with this. I don't know who you pick. I'm sure Cody will do everything he can to make everyone in this match look good. You know, Red Velvet's still kind of green. Jade Cargill, as far as I know, still kind of green. Shaq is greener than the green that my lady smokes. So I don't know. Honestly, I'll sure it'll be entertaining. Cody will make it entertaining. And then Cody will go off and become a new dad, and everyone will enjoy it, right? Of course we will. Let's move on to the next story. Let's talk some Impact real quick. Let's talk some Impact. And yeah, that's basically my whole thoughts. Like, there's not a lot to talk about. I'm not going to go off and say Shaq shouldn't be there because I understand why they got Shaq there. They don't need Shaq. I don't really want to have a match with Shaq. I think this is stupid, but it'll be entertaining. That's my thoughts. Moving on to Impact Wrestling. We got some news, y'all. We got some news. Impact could be losing one of their big stars. Could be losing them as early as this summer. But who could that person be? Well, I actually have I have it right here. WrestlingNews.co is reporting. Where is it? Impact Wrestling will look into locking up one of its biggest stars to a new deal. Fightful Select, go check them out, reports that Moose will become a free agent this summer. Some fans picked up on how Don Callis mentioned during the broadcast of Hard to Kill. That was a good fucking show. Earlier this month that Moose was signed to a 2-year contract in effort to kayfabe him into Take It Easy on AEW World Champ. These two stars were on the opposite teams for a 6-man tag. Back in 2019, it was announced he had signed a multi-year deal. Most took this at the time of him signing as another 2 years. That's not the case, but rather simply a storyline. Per the report, his contract is slated to expire in June, which means he can test out the market if he gets offers from other promotions such as ROH, AEW, WWE. WWE would be freaking stupid not to take him if he goes to the open market, but I have a feeling he's going to stick with Impact. The belief is, for months, there will be several wrestlers facing the decision to sign new deals with Impact or test out the market through the first half of 2021. Moose worked for ROH from 2014 to 2016 before joining Impact. Again, if he stuck it out this long with everything that has happened, I don't see a reason why he wouldn't just stay with Impact Wrestling. Maybe go to an AEW. I mean, WWE would be stupid to not back up the dump truck and just dump fucking, be Scrooge McDuckins or whoever and dump the money in his yard. Like, here you go, Mr. Moose. Moose. Like, the dude is phenomenal for a big guy. And yeah, he's getting older. But put him in NXT. Let him season down there. Work something new so that fits his age. He's a big guy. And then work a WWE big guy style. I'm not going to say that... I'm not going to say his style is bad. His style is pretty good. I like Moose. I think Moose is phenomenal. And this whole thing with him being the TNA champ, I love that shit. It's definitely one of the more interesting aspects to this whole show. I've liked seeing Moose in this role. Moose is going to have a title program coming up with Rich Swann, which I don't know if he'll win. Maybe they wait and hold that off till after Kenny faces Rich Swann, which I think if you do that, Kenny should be the champion. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do here. But either way, Moose contract expires. I think he stays with Impact Wrestling. I think before June they sign him to another deal. That's just what I think. So let's go ahead and move on to the next story. Yeah. This is interesting. So Ryback is kind of being a little bit of a bitch. If I'm being honest, he's being a bit of a bitch. Threatening legal action against Mark Henry. I have yet to read this article, but I definitely, at least if nothing else, read it to get a good laugh. If nothing else, I just want to read this and get a good laugh. So, WrestlingNews.co. Ryback threatens legal action against Mark Henry and WWE. Oh, good God. The feud between Mark Henry and Ryback does not appear to be over. Ryback noted on Twitter that he spoke with his attorney about his options regarding WWE Mark Henry and Busted Open Radio. Ryback is claiming that he has been on the receiving end of, and I quote, outright slander. What is this? It's unclear why he named WWE in his tweet, but he has claimed that WWE had his Twitter and Instagram accounts suppressed during his exit from the company. Click here to read the heated exchange between Ryback and Mark Henry from last several days. Here's the full tweet where he mentions his attorney. Going to be speaking with my attorneys concerning my options for the recent at WWE, at the Mark Henry, at Busted Open Radio situation of outright slander. Luckily, enough people know me to know the truth, but can't sit back and allow WWE to further do this. Thanks for the support. I have to keep pushing, and please like and share. At W had my Twitter and my Instagram suppressed in 2016 when I didn't give them my brand. TikTok doesn't suppress me, and you can't see the major difference. Twitter suppresses me hardest. 137 likes versus nearly 1 million. Blah blah. I don't know. What is this even about? Like, what did they say? What did they even say? Oh, Mark Henry said AEW shouldn't sign Ryback, I guess. Here, I'm just gonna go ahead and click on this because I just want to know what he said. So on the latest Busted Radio, Mark Henry had a rebuttal for Ryback's latest comments. He gave his thoughts on the rumors suggesting that Ryback could end up with AEW. Henry said the following about Ryback. I hope that the good old folks at AEW see the snake in the woodpile and says, no thank you, because you can say whatever you want, but you have to believe somebody when they say that with their own words how they feel. There's another WWE legend that had to live with the fans and the talent not respecting them like they used to. I think this is the same category he's going to be in. Nobody's going to look at him and go, he was just joshing like he said. He talked about the sympathy plea in the second section of his rebuttal. He said, oh, my back is so jacked up and I'm hurt. I had to step away from the business and I can't do what I used to do. Yada, yada, yada. There's no sympathy there. Well, we all hurt. We all sacrificed our bodies, but one thing we didn't do is we didn't attack the business. We didn't say that the business is fake in those words. We know that it is scripted. This is a lot of work that goes into your craft to make it as good that people don't care about it being scripted. They want to see great performances. They want to be put in suspended belief. And when you say titles or props, you mean to tell me that Tony Khan is going to stand there and say, oh yeah, come over. Come on and hold up our prop. Brody Lee didn't win anything. I know fishing when I see it. You think Tony Khan doesn't know fishing when he see? I don't know. So apparently he just talked a lot of shit about Ryback, Goldberg's brother. I don't know. Who cares? Ryback's talked a lot of shit since he got it out of WWE. He's talking about WWE suppressing him. But there was an instance, I want to say 2017, couple other YouTubers that I watch, were part of the reason why I wanted to do this. In JD from NY, who is linked, and Joe Cronin, who I don't know if I have him linked, but I'm pretty sure I do. You definitely go check them out if you don't already. They had an incident with Ryback where he made them put down the camera. He threatened them with like legal action or something like that. I don't remember exactly what happened, but he was a douche about it, right? Like, and he's constantly talking shit about Joe. Always got Joe in his mouth. Fuck Ryback. Whatever Mark Henry said, probably true. But for him to want to add WWE to a case because they're suppressing him off of Twitter, go jack yourself off some more, Ryback. All right, go eat some spunk and fucking shut up, you stupid loser. Talking about losers, let's talk about Bill Goldberg, all right? Let's talk about him. So recently, The Undertaker made some comments about, the culture in the locker room not being what it was back in his day and how he prefers that, and he kind of... He complained about the video games and, he remembers when men were men and he prefers that, when they had knives and drugs and guns and... Well, apparently Goldberg agrees with him. That's right. Bill Goldberg is now calling the locker room soft. Oh, Jesus, Bill. I swear, this man is never going to stop. Just make your money and shut up, Bill. But, let's go ahead and let's talk about it. Let's talk. All right, let's get this story done and out of the way. Goldberg agrees with The Undertaker about today's wrestlers being soft. This is coming from Wrestling Inc. WWE Hall of Famer Bill Goldberg is in agreement with The Undertaker's recent takes that younger crop of wrestlers lack an edge to them, and that the current WWE product is soft. Probably like your dick, Bill. Well, speaking on the latest episode of After the Bell with Corey Graves, I do recommend you go listen to that podcast. It's pretty good. Goldberg delved into how the locker room has changed and how not for the better in 2021. And he reads, and I quote, "I don't think things could go like they did back in the day in the current day," said Goldberg. "When you hear the comments about me coming back and doing 1 or 2 matches a year, how people are like, he doesn't deserve it. He never paid his dues. He was never on the road, and these people are on the road. Hey, man, people forget very, very quickly what all of us did back in the day to earn the spot we are in now. I am one of the luckiest guys in the world." I'll stop here. I can already see where he's kind of going and the angle that he's playing. And people aren't complaining about Bill Goldberg not paying his dues. People are complaining that he's only working 2 matches a year now, and he's taking spots in main events and title matches at WrestleManias that should be going to your current talent. That's what people are talking about. It's not, oh, Bill didn't do nothing back in the day. We all know Bill worked his ass off. We all know he wasn't the greatest wrestler, but he worked his ass off to be the best he could be. And I loved Goldberg. I was a fucking nut for that shit. Anyways, he added, "But yes, I believe comparatively the business is soft, but the business is in 2021. But the business is in 2021, so things have to change and things have to be different." Goldberg went on to ask younger talent to grow thicker skin and accept criticism. Like I said, times are quite different than they were back then today, but people are soft. People take offense to things way too quickly. Get a little thicker skin, boys and girls. That's all I can say. When Ledges came in, when I was in the business in the beginning, I was greatly appreciative of the eyes they brought to the product, and one day those young kids are going to be like me, and I hope that karma comes back to bite them in the ass. That's all I can say, because a 54-year-old, I don't know one of them that could be doing what I do. He did, in this interview, praise Drew McIntyre for, forcing his way to the top of the card, I suppose you could say. Devon Dudley also went on, before I finish talking about this, and while it's in my head, Devon Dudley did talk about Bill Goldberg's comments and Undertaker's comments, and did say that the current superstars are rude. But he said that they're rude in the fact that when legends are there, instead of coming up to them and asking them, hey, how can you teach me to wrestle? They don't. They're more or less like, I know what I'm doing. Like, I've been taught. And to him, that's rude, because that's what they did back in the day when legends came in. They, thank you, sir. Because there's a culture, right? If you're not aware, and most people watching this probably are. But there's a culture in the locker room. A certain way you do things. You come back from a match, you thank the boss, you thank the bookers, thank you, and then you thank whoever you're working with, and it's just a respect thing. There's also, hey, the legends are here, pick their brain, which, it's like that, right? Even in the NFL, if you're a rookie quarterback and you're the backup for, Drew Brees or Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers or someone of that ilk, right? Or if you were the backup for Peyton Manning, you're picking their brains, right? Hey, I know I'm good enough. I was picked to be on this team. I'm obviously one of the best players. But you still go. You still ask them. You still try to pick their brain. I get where Devon's coming from that. And I get where Goldberg's kind of coming from with these younger people, needing to get thick skin. Because let's be honest, okay? Like Nia Jax, for instance. People were talking about the botch that she made on Monday with the match against Dana Brooke in that 6-man tag. People were like, hey, look, she fucked up again, and she's just like calling people whiners, right? Yes, some of these wrestlers, Seth Rollins could be another one where he doesn't like people criticizing the product. I kind of agree with Bill on some aspects, but others, no. I don't understand the whole I hope karma bites them in the ass. 50-40. He did pay his dues. Yes. But at the same time, Bill, you're a part-timer taking spots from these guys. I get why some of the stuff kind of pisses them off. And now you got all these wrestlers coming out talking shit about them. And Devon's a producer who's up producing these matches. Do you not understand? It's on you, Devon. It's on creative, it's on Vince, it's on Triple H, it's on fucking Bruce Pritchard, it's on all of them that these guys are feeling how they're feeling. I mean, how else are they supposed to feel? They got these part-time guys coming in, Brock Lesnar, Cena to an extent, Goldberg, every year now. Since 2017, Goldberg has now been in 2 title matches at WrestleMania for the Universal Championship. Has taken the title. Took the title off of Kevin Owens. He should have been at Mania versus Jericho. Took the title off of Fiend last year. Should have faced freaking Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. But Bill's taking these spots. And now we're coming up to the Rumble, and I'm not going to say much because I got that coming. But here we are, again, now Goldberg for the WWE title. Drew should be going to Mania. What's probably going to happen? But if these wrestlers complained, then we're wrong, right? That's what it's going to be. They're wrong, not me. I'm not a wrestler. It's just kind of stupid. It's just dumb. So, I don't know. Give me your thoughts, your opinions on Bill's comments. Do you agree with him? Do you not agree with him? Are you kind of like me? Are you kind of in the middle? You get some of what he said, but some of the other stuff you're like, nah, I don't understand it. Like I said, let me know down in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts. I'm going to move on to the weekly wrestling update. I'm going to fly through this. Not a lot happened on Raw, but we're going to fly through this. I'm going to get this done because it's preview predictions week, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. But this is your weekly wrestling update where I talk about Raw, NXT, AEW Dynamite, and SmackDown and what happened in the last 7 days. let's talk about this. All right. So, yeah, weekly. Okay, so let's kick off with Raw. Raw was basically another bad show. All right. We had Alexa Bliss and Asuka once again in the main event. This time for the Women's Championship, which I don't understand why you're going to book Alexa Bliss in a title match literally days before she's supposed to be in the Royal Rumble. Asuka's supposed to have a title match. Has nothing to do with the build for that. All the while, Charlotte is now the one doing all this stuff, right? It's like, that's the thing, you know, Asuka and Alexa Bliss are over here. That match ends in a disqualification because Randy Orton, you know, after Alexa's pretty much gonna win, RKO's Alexa Bliss. And then you got Charlotte, who's supposed to be Asuka's tag team partner. She's supposed to have a match with Shayna. That gets ended. Disqualification. Then they go into a 6-woman tag because everyone comes out. She then wins by count out. And then the match continues and she loses because she goes to the outside and fights with Lacey Evans. Where's Asuka? Her tag team partner. You know, one half of the tag team champs? Right? No, not there. Cool. Then you got the other story with her father and what's going on with that. Cool, right? Right? I suppose not. Then we got Drew and Goldberg at the beginning and Miz and Morrison. Miz saying he's going to cash in. Okay, sure, maybe, maybe not. I mean, Raw was all over the place. One of the best parts was, you know, the Hurt Business and their little thing with the VIP lounge and seeing the tension with them again and, you know, Prime Alexander being a dick. I loved it. Then Matt Riddle in the gauntlet match wins because the Hurt Business can't get along, so I'm assuming he's getting a title match sometime soon, but then he still gets destroyed by Bobby Lashley afterwards. That was good. AJ Styles beats another individual, keeps him out of the Rumble. His streak is continuing. I'm sure there's stuff I'm going to miss that happened on Raw. I just don't care. Oh, I will say, Sheamus, fucking hell of a performance tonight. And Edge is back. Edge is back, and he is competing. So let's move to Wednesday. Let's start off with NXT. The Way had a nice little promo. Enjoyed it. He doesn't like the name Kushida now. We had Undisputed Era. We had more of the Dusty Classic continuing this week. Enjoyed the fuck out of that, both on the women's bracket and the men's bracket. Drake Maverick and Killian Dane are out of the tournament. That's a bracket buster for a lot of people, but it happened. So interesting to see how that's going to continue. We had a brilliant freaking main event with Finn Balor and Kyle O'Reilly taking on Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan. And we're moving towards maybe a triple threat at the TakeOver with Kyle O'Reilly and Pete Dunne and Finn Balor. Yeah. We were teased with Santos Escobar maybe having a feud with Killian Cross. Could be interesting, I think. And Io Shirai in one-on-one action with Toni Storm. I love it. Or fought Toni Storm. Didn't have a match, but fought with Toni Storm. And Mercedes Martinez. So they're building towards the women's title picture as well. I love it. It was good. Now, on Dynamite. Dynamite was a good show. I'm looking forward to next week. I feel like this week was just kind of like setting up for next week. Kind of like dropping some more seeds. I want to see the 6-man tag with Mox. Mox got a good promo. He's a simple guy. You know, just wants sex in the morning because he thinks it's a good way to start the day. I fucking love it. I love that promo. Like I said, like I talked about, Cody basically was going to accept the challenge from Shaq, but he wants to beat Brandy, but he's going to have Red Velvet, and he'll take on Jade Cargill and Shaq because Shaq shouldn't be wrestling. Good promo with Sting and Darby Allin. They're hoodlums and they break windows, and it's showtime, folks. Looking forward to that match. Although, does Sting need to be in this? Probably not. We got more stuff with Kenny and the Good Brothers and the Young Bucks and Ray Phoenix and Pac and the whole Death Triangle thing. More build with that. Even Moxley's a little confused about it, so good stuff there. Last week's SmackDown saw freaking... I'm flying through this. Whew. Last week's SmackDown saw Roman Reigns get pop-up powerbomb through a table because he got too cocky when Paul Heyman decided to challenge Adam Pearce. Another great encounter with Big E and Apollo Crews. I'm thinking they're heading towards a triple threat with them and Sammy. At least I hope so. Especially with Roman kind of giving him advice this past week. That was good. SmackDown's always good. More big ups for freaking Cesaro and Nakamura. Sasha winning a match in an actual intergender match. So SmackDown was a good show. I enjoyed SmackDown. I think SmackDown was a pretty damn good week. That was last week's, so good build towards the Rumble overall. I don't know. Raw sucked. SmackDown was pretty good. I'd say NXT was probably the second best show, and Dynamite was the best show of the week. Let's move on. Mic Foley, his thoughts on the Royal Rumble. Who does Mic Foley think should win the Royal Rumble? He thinks an NXT talent should win the Royal Rumble. Sorry, guys, I had to get a drink. But who should win this Royal Rumble? Well, we're going to talk about it, aren't we? Mic Foley talking in an interview. So, let's see what Foley had to say. WWE Hall of Famer Mic Foley recently took to his Facebook page to make the case that for why WWE NXT star Rhea Ripley should win this year's Royal Rumble match, and I fucking agree with him. But we'll see. Nia Jax, WWE Women's Tag Team Champ, Charlotte Flair, Bayley, Bianca Belair, Mandy Rose, Dana Brooke, Peyton Royce, Alexa Bliss, Shayna Baszler, Liv Morgan, Ruby Riott, and Tamina Snuka have all been confirmed for the match. WWE still needs to announce 18 more wrestlers for the event that will take place Sunday. Here's an excerpt. I can't speak, from Foley's blog. In my opinion, the WWE superstar is most likely to get talking, and in a positive way, is Rhea Ripley. I can't speak. Momentum is everything in WWE. And the ability for those rare superstars to transcend the world of professional wrestling and appeal to a larger audience is based in large part on maintaining and increasing that momentum. Yes! By the way, Mic Foley defending the current crop of superstars by saying they're not soft, they're not weak, they're just as tough as he was. Anyways, also, happy to know Mic Foley is better and no longer suffering from COVID. Been there, done that. I completely understand. Dude, I hope you're cool. Actually, I might DM Mic Foley and tell him, positive shit. But anyways, where I'm at. I really felt that when Rhea Ripley was crowned NXT champion, that she had the capacity to do what few before her had been able to accomplish, bring in new fans to see a very different face of WWE. In retrospect, Ripley may have been a casualty of the Wednesday Night War, going head-to-head with a high-quality AEW on TNT broadcast on a weekly basis, meant recruiting proven draws to the brand, which 10-time champion Charlotte Flair certainly is. There is no question that Charlotte delivered a ratings draw. A study in 2020 NXT viewership bears that out. I didn't see it. But when the time seemed right to place the crown on a new and very different queen, WWE dropped the ball despite having an outstanding match at WrestleMania. The loss to Charlotte greatly slowed the young Australians' momentum, and with it the opportunity to be a major face on the brand, and she ended up going back. Foley later added, but Ripley's loss at last year's Mania gives her a built-in storyline, and one I think fans will readily get behind, especially if Charlotte were to wrestle away the Raw Women's title from current champion. Probably could happen. And he basically goes on to say, talks about how Ripley could get there, Elimination Chamber, going to Mania. Hey, he's booking stuff that makes sense. Oh my gosh. You guys can go to WrestlingNews.co and read the entirety of what Foley had to say. So, definitely an interesting read. Just reading what Foley had to say. Yeah, why not? Why don't we have this match? Why is this not a thing? Why aren't we having these younger talent winning these matches? I gotta take this off. This is freaking killing me. Oh, don't mind the hair. It's all good. It's all good. All right, so, why? I like Foley, yeah, and it doesn't have to be Rhea Ripley. Bianca Belair is building momentum, right? Why don't we throw that on her? She's not an NXT star, sure, but technically, if you read what the rumors are saying, neither is Rhea Ripley anymore. She's technically already going to be a part of the main roster, and this will be her big call-up, her big debut. Debut. So, I agree with Mic Foley. I think Rhea Ripley would make a brilliant Rumble winner. I would like it. I've liked Rhea Ripley since I first saw her on UK. When they started circulating that, hey, she won the UK women's title, and I was like, fuck, she looks entertaining. She's different. She looks different. And she's only gotten better. Totally would be down for this. Would totally be down for this. It's just, will WWE pull the trigger, so to speak? It's WWE. Probably not. Speaking of Royal Rumble surprises, possibly, let's talk a little bit about this guy. Yay! Boo! Yay! Boo! John Cena. When will the champ return? Apparently, Triple H talked about it, and I've heard other places where they've said it's confirmed, but I ain't seen it, so... But let's read what Triple H had to say. Triple H on whether John Cena will make WWE return at WrestleMania. John Cena has followed in Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's footsteps and has made the move from WWE to Hollywood, landing a role in Suicide Squad. Can't wait to see it. Cena was last seen by WWE fans in a cinematic match at WrestleMania, where he faced off against The Fiend, Bray Wyatt. That was a very entertaining match. But after, Cena made an appearance in WWE's video announcing WrestleMania 37 will now be held in Tampa on April 10th and 11th. Fans have been wondering if Cena could make his WWE return at the two-day event. Speaking to Sports Illustrated, WWE legend and talent executive Triple H didn't rule out Cena getting into the ring for a big Mania match. I won't put words in John's mouth, but I can speak to his passion, and it's WWE and WrestleMania, Triple H said. Once you do this at a high level... I can't do this. That'll kill my fucking voice. And John does it at the highest. It's very hard to put it down. If there was a way for him to be there, he will be there. Earlier this month, James Gunn confirmed that filming has begun on Peacemaker, the DC spin-off series starring John Cena. Let's see. And then they just have the quote from Pete Dunne. And okay, so basically it was, just kind of a non-answer. Will John Cena to return? I don't know. I'm not against John Cena wrestling, honestly. I used to be one of those people who just desperately hated Cena and desperately hated the fact that he was constantly in the main event. I for real hated it. But at the same time, I got pulped. But at the same time, he did grow on me as he started to put more of our guys over. It was actually probably around 2015 when Kevin Owens came around, when he was the U.S. champ and doing the open challenges. That's when I really started being like, I'm kind of for this. And then he put over Rollins twice, actually. I really started getting to Cena, and it's true, when someone's gone, what's that saying? Fondness makes the heart grow fonder. Time apart, something like that. But my fondness for John Cena has definitely grown in the last few years. And I know I might be forgetting some things to say, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm super fucking tired, and I still got a ways to go here. So, but absence makes the heart grow fonder. That's what it was. I think John Cena coming back would be all right. He's not going to go into the title picture. Maybe he would, but I would see him putting over Roman Reigns if he did it. I would see him putting over Drew McIntyre if he did it. Cena's openly said he doesn't want to be a 17-time champ. He's openly said he does not want to break Ric Flair's record. Whatever that is. So, I'm all for it. And that's what I'll ask you guys. Are you for John Cena coming back? And if so, who do you want him to see? Let me know down in the comments below. So, I was reading the story. Apparently, there's some scary Royal Rumble ending. We're going to talk a little bit about what it might be. Let's see what this story is. So, apparently, Vince McMahon is kind of leaning a certain way for a scary Royal Rumble ending. God, what could this even be? Oh my goodness. Let's read it, though. Let's read it. Interesting backstage talk on WWE's Men Royal Rumble match finish. And apparently, it's being reported today, by the way, that Vince McMahon has made up his mind on who's winning the Rumble and who's facing Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. Could the two be the same thing? I don't know. It sounds like a somewhat unique finish is being considered for the 30-man Royal Rumble at this Sunday's Royal Rumble pay-per-view. It was just reported by WrestleVotes, I follow them, you guys should too, that a certain finish is being discussed for the men's Rumble match, and while details are limited, a comment from the source indicated that the finish might not go over well with some fans. Shocker, right? And a quote, "There's a finish that scares the death out of me, and it's legitimately getting heavy consideration," the source reportedly said. No other details were provided, but we will let you know more information if it becomes available. There are currently 12 open spots for Sunday's 30-man Rumble match. Confirmed entrants: Daniel Bryan, Bobby Lashley, AJ Styles, blah, blah, blah. And they continue to go over everything. Damn, Keith Lee's still not on this list. Why is Keith Lee still not on this list? So, it is confirmed, I guess, sort of, that Nakamura is not the person that's facing Roman Reigns. That it's not Shinsuke Nakamura. And I don't think it needs to be. If I'm just being honest, I don't think we need Nakamura to take that spot. I don't think it's really necessary. But, I don't know. Bray Wyatt could come back and burn Randy Orton alive in the middle of the ring and win the match. Or maybe he's the reason Orton's gone. Fuck, maybe Miz loses his cash in and he wins the Royal Rumble by some chicanery. Then he gets both somehow. Like, I don't know. Fuck, maybe Brock Lesnar shows up at number 30 and eliminates everyone else and wins the whole damn thing. Like, God, or Goldberg loses and Goldberg enters the Rumble. Like, there's so many crazy possibilities that they could go with. I'm not gonna lie. Hearing that it's an ending that could scare some people, not comforting. You know, It's not comforting. Fuck, maybe Randy Orton wins the Royal Rumble clean. I don't know. I ain't gonna lie, it's been hard to pick my picks for this. Final fours, stuff like that. Going on an edge. Who's gonna be the Iron Mans of the match? Like, it's been tough as shit. Especially since you don't have an entire roster. Like I said, there's only 12 spots left. That's not a lot. So, but I don't know. I don't know what the ending could be. I could speculate all day. I'm going to hope that this report, I'm going to hope that it comes back and it ends up being false. That is my hope. But chances are I'm just going to be made to look like a fool, and it's not. It's going to go through, and it's going to be what it is. So, let's hope it's none of the above. Let's hope none of those guys win. I don't want another Randy Orton win. Like I said, maybe the Ghost of the Fiend. Ooh, or as I've heard on the Twitters, maybe Alexa Bliss as the Fiend is going to cash in and win the Men's Royal Rumble. Hey, it's WWE. You can't put anything past them. Let's move to a very quick story. This should be quick. Like, this is just a funny little thing that I saw. We're talking Ronda Rousey, baby. That's right. Ronda Rousey. Apparently, she had some words about the betting odds for her. What could Ronda have possibly said? Look at the money raining down. Look at that money. She wants that money. I don't even know anymore. Oh my goodness. Ronda Rousey. Let's talk about her. Let me pull this up. Alright, so WrestlingNews.co. Ronda Rousey reacts to being listed in the WWE Royal Rumble betting odds. Oh, I bet she had lots to say. Various sportbooks have released betting odds for both the men's and the women's Rumble. It turns out Ronda Rousey, who is listed at a plus 750, is the second favorite to win the women's Rumble match behind Rhea Ripley, who is currently listed as the favorite at plus 700. The former Raw Women's Champion gave her reaction to the odds by writing the following on Twitter. Best way to make a profit since our Wall Street did that stuff with GameStop, I don't understand. Oh, it's just, I guess, going to better stuff. And Shayna Baszler's at plus 800? Wow. It should be noted that Rousey has not been announced for the 2021 Rumble. These are the other names who are not currently wrestling for the company listed as well. A notable example is that the likes of The Rock and Steve Austin for the men's match. What? People are... what the fuck? Rousey hasn't been since losing the title to... Shoot, she's been gone for almost 2 years now. Wow. Austin and Rock. I want to look up these betting odds. Hold on a second. I got to look this up. Hold on, guys. Royal Rumble. Betting odds 2021. Here we go. Let's see what this is. Illinois DraftKings. Let's see what they say. Shit. Where's... Okay, I don't see it on there. FanDuel? Well, here we go. Here's the full betting odds. Okay. I'm pulling this up. So, full odds. Men's Royal Rumble winner. Daniel Bryan is a 1-to-1 odd. Edge is a 5-to-2. Brock's a 6-to-1. Vince McMahon's a 250-to-1 shot. Shane, Austin, Kane, Triple H, Taker, Christian, Ray, Pete Dunne, Tyson Fury. Like, some of these names. Xavier Woods, Angel Garza, who will probably be in the match. Samoa Joe, Finn Balor, Karrion Kross. I could see Karrion Kross being a part of this match. Huh. Bianca Belair on this site is a 3-to-2 odds to win. Alexa Bliss, then it's Charlotte, Rhea, Ronda, Bayley, Becky, Sonya Deville, who's probably not going to compete. Actually, you know, I bet you she does compete. Eva Marie, No. Nikki Cross, sure. Stephanie McMahon's 150-1 odd. She's got a better odds than her dad? I don't know. Fuck it. No. Mercedes Martinez will not be there. WWE would have to, come up with something creative to explain why she's there. So, yeah. Ronda Rousey, just a cheap little shot. No big deal. Hey, I'm in it. Let me make money. Let's bet against myself. That's smart. I will bet the odds that Ronda Rousey doesn't win. Cool. Smart. It's legit. Whatever. It legitimately is. It's whatever. No one really cares. You know what I mean? So, that's gonna be that. But now, I don't have nothing to say. What am I gonna say? That they're stupid for betting? They're just gonna put odds. They put Steve Austin, for Christ's sakes, and The Rock and Kane. Jesus Christ! Next thing you know, they're gonna put Andre the Giant on these fucking betting odds. Whatever. I'm telling you though, shit you not, there's someone who's heard of professional wrestling, but has never probably actually watched professional wrestling, who is going to bet on Steve Austin. I kid you fucking not. That is so stupid. But let's move on. All right, let's get to the final part. It is now time for my Royal Rumble 2021 preview and predictions. This is what I wanted to get to. Thank goodness, news is over. So now it's time to talk this and rack my brain on who's gonna win, because who fucking knows? I have maybe, if I were to put confidence points on this shit, I'm not even kidding, there'd maybe be one individual that I would actually feel comfortable with betting 1,000%. Here's who I think's gonna win. I am not confident on a lot of these picks, but I'm gonna make them. So here's what I'd like you all to do. Feel free to down in the comments below. I am offering whoever follows along. You can do this on Twitter or on Facebook. Follow along. Give me your predictions. Who's going to win the men's rumble? Who's going to win the women's rumble? Who's going to win the WWE title match and the Universal title match? There's only 4 matches I'm asking. Now, with the men's and the women's rumble, pick your final 4. That's going to be the tiebreakers. The final 4. I am now offering the winner, whoever wins this, whoever gets the most right. If you get all 4 of these things right, you match with someone else, you got the tiebreaker for the Rumble. I'm picking 2 people. You have to hit the like button. You have to be a subscriber. All right, so you have to be a subscriber. You have to hit the like button. And then either in the comments or on Twitter, post your picks for the men's rumble, the women's rumble, the Universal title match, and the WWE title match. I'm picking 2 people, the winner and the runner-up. I will give you each a free shirt off of my website, off of TeePublic. You guys can go through, screenshot the shirt that you want, and send it to me, and I will get those shirts for you, and I will send them to you. So, you guys and that's all you got to do to enter. Be a subscriber, hit the like button, and make your picks. That is how you do this. So, with that being done, it's time for me to get into my predictions for this match. Remember, the WWE title match, the Universal title match, the men's and the women's rumbles, and pick your final 4. So, the winner of this, I'll have you private message me, and we'll get your shirt sizes, and we'll get it taken care of. So let's jump into this. Let's talk first about the Women's Tag Team Championship match. This match was announced on Monday, For the most part, they didn't even tell us who was in it. Who even really remembers Charlotte and Asuka even being tag team partners at this point? Like, honest to God, who even remembers? I barely think about it. Both are doing their own storylines. Charlotte, I mean, honestly, this match is probably going to lead to Charlotte either after losing or before losing, kicking Asuka in the head and setting off a feud for these two. God forbid that it doesn't result in her winning the Rumble. I'd rather do an Elimination Chamber or Fastlane and Charlotte just become champion. But Charlotte's going to become Raw Women's Champ. Asuka's not making it to Mania with this belt, one way or another. I'm just going to say it now. I'm picking Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler to win. I'm hoping that they win. That is who I want to win this match. I'm begging. I'm praying. Begging and praying. Oh my goodness. I just... Oh, and by the way, whenever you post your predictions, make sure you tag, YoBro Nation, at YoBro Nation. At YoBro Nation 2 is what's going to show for the Twitter, so make sure you tag us. Go to my Twitter page and then just tag it on my page. Yeah, I want Nia and Shayna to win, and then go ahead and let Charlotte kick her in the head. I can't justify them being partners. I couldn't justify them being partners after TLC. I still don't feel like they should have been partners, but they are. So, but that is going to be my official pick. I think that's just going to be your winner. And God, like I said, I just hope it is. And this is going to be a match. I'm going to talk about a match that is not made official, but some people are predicting it. So I just want to talk about it, and I'll pick a winner who I think it would be. But I do want to talk about potentially the United States Championship being on the line at the Royal Rumble. Like I said, this has not been made official yet. So, but it could be based off of what you've seen and what happened on Monday. Probably be like a pre-show match, right? A kickoff match. But Matt Riddle, Bobby Lashley. I will keep this short, simple, and to the point. Bobby Lashley's going to retain. He's not going to win the Rumble. He's probably going to retain the championship if this is actually going to be a match. That would be my pick. The build's been fine for these two, and I think Riddle winning the gauntlet match to get the opportunity, I thought was a good idea. It was a really good idea, so I'm glad they went that route. But yeah, match isn't official, but I think this might actually end up being a match. So I would pick Bobby Lashley if it were to actually happen. But let's talk about the SmackDown Women's title. Sasha Banks versus Carmella. This match was officially made official tonight. Yesterday on SmackDown, because it's Saturday, right? Yesterday on SmackDown, this match was actually made truly official. So, look, they had the match at TLC. It was fine. I personally wasn't interested in it. And for some reason, they kept this feud going. The Rumble. Carmella? I'm not for it. I'm not for Carmella. I'm not at all. Oh, that's a lot of pulp. That was gross. Easy. Sasha Banks is winning this match. Sasha's going to Mania with that title. This is, okay, so maybe there's two matches that I'm actually legit confident about. You're not putting the title on Carmella. Carmella will probably do a women's battle royal at Mania. I hope you enjoyed your time in the sun, Carmella. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't care about the feud. I will say the match with Sasha and the Butler dude. Why am I blanking on his name? Y'all can let me know in the comments, but him and Sasha actually had a pretty good intergender match. Rather actually good, believe it or not. It was decent. Sasha's so much better than this. We need to get Sasha moved on. Let's get her to her next challenger. I better not see a third match. Let's end this at the Rumble. Please, let's end this at the Rumble. I'm begging you. Begging you. Alright, so let's talk about the main matches. Oh God. Oh God. I don't know. I have been so back and forth on this for weeks. Drew McIntyre versus Bill Goldberg for the WWE Championship at the Rumble. I don't think this should have been a match to begin with. I keep going back and forth on this match. You know, first off, to start all this, Goldberg coming out, challenging Drew, which if you watch the promo package they showed on SmackDown, they cut that whole thing about him not caring and respecting the older veterans. They cut that out because they knew it didn't make sense. But it's still about respect. But Drew's one of the most respectful guys in the world. It still doesn't add up, still doesn't make sense. And like I pointed out earlier, given the track record of Goldberg over the last few years, I'm not exactly confident that Goldberg's not going to pull a creative card and be like, Vince, the kids, if they saw me lose, it just wouldn't be right. Drew's the big bully. I got to beat him up. Bill, you're 54 years old. Drew is 34. Drew is like 34, 35 years old. He may even be like early 32, but still, he's a young guy. Drew's got like another 10 years left in him. Minimum of 8. Bill, you're past your prime. No. Expectation. Before I make my pick. Expectations. I watched a What Culture video today. My expectations is Drew's going to win this match. 5-minute match, 6-minute match. Bill's going to get some spears in. Drew's going to, fight out of a jackhammer. Bill's going to go for another spear, and he's going to get claymored, and he's going to lose, right? That's the expectation. Reality is, Bill's probably going to beat him with like 3 or 4 spears. To make him look strong, and make Drew look strong. Oh, I'm not looking forward to this. And I'm going back and forth, and legitimately, I've been doing this all day, all week, for the month since this match was announced before Drew got COVID. It's not been billed other than a couple of appearances and Drew talking shit over, iPhone interviews, Matt Chat questions that you would do on Steve Larson. Go check them out, by the way. Also down in the description below. But I have to make a pick, and this would be the least confidence points. I have least confidence in this. It's a 50-50 odd. Then I do the Rumble matches. But, oh my gosh, it's almost like giving me a headache. Give me a second. Drew. I have to go with Drew. Because I gotta believe WWE's got plans for Drew, and they can find something else for Goldberg that doesn't involve a championship. Please, Lord. No championships. Please, Lord. So yes, I'm gonna pick Drew McIntyre. I gotta pick Drew. I'm gonna go with Drew McIntyre to go over on Bill Goldberg. Watch me be wrong. Oh, well, let's talk about a match that I'm actually very confident on. I'm talking about this match. The Universal Championship is on the line as, once again, Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns go at it. Look, the TLC match with these two, I legit at points thought Kevin Owens was legitimately gonna win that match. I legitimately did. And then their steel cage match was fantastic. Like, these two have tore it down every time. They work great together. Even when I didn't like Roman, these two still had really great matchups. And they're legitimately really good, together. Roman's winning. Roman's retaining this championship, and I think this will be the cleanest victory he's probably going to have. But I'm so for it. I'm so for this. Last man standing. I think it's going to be a brutal one. You're not going to see blood and stuff like you did, at the Royal Rumble in 2004 when Triple H and Shawn Michaels were in this. It's not going to be a bloodfest like that, but I think this is going to be a hard match. It's going to be a tough match. I really am sure Kevin's going to lose. I'm 1,000% sure that Roman's going to win this match. Just makes sense. They're going to put Roman in the match at Mania. I will insist Roman goes beyond Mania as the champion, but at least for this time being, it's kind of where we're at, where we're going to be heading. So that's my pick. I'm picking the big dog, the tribal chief, Roman Reigns, to remain champion. Now it's time to talk Rumble matches. Yes! The moment we've all been waiting for. Let's start with the Women's Royal Rumble. I'm going to go ahead and read off to you the current participants as of time of recording. I'm going to go ahead and give you all of the women's participants. So far, we have Shayna Baszler, Alexa Bliss, Peyton Royce, Bianca Belair, Bayley, Charlotte Flair, Nia Jax, Mandy Rose, Dana Brooke, Tamina, Liv Morgan, and Ruby Riott. Those are your current, I guess you could say, your current participants. I'm not gonna lie to you, the field is really good. It honestly it is, and I'm looking at it. I'm actually looking at the list right now. I have a feeling you look at, and you're gonna have to talk about this obviously with both, right? Surprise entrants, right? Who could be in this that could end up in the Final Four? According to rumors, Ronda Rousey and Becky Lynch, neither one are going to be a part of this. But they're not going to just come out right and say, yeah, we're in this. Becky has been training, but I do believe between the two, Becky's probably the least likely to show up. So I'm going to rule Becky Lynch out completely. I'm ruling out Becky Lynch completely for this match. I think you'll get like a Lita or Trish Stratus to show up in this match. You'll probably get Lacey Evans into the match to be, just to play spoil to Charlotte. I hope. Man, I'm just looking at this list as it is right now, and it's like, who would even be the Final Four? And let me remind you, you don't have to go off of the official list. If you think there's a surprise entrant that could be in this, and you think they'll make it to the Final Four, go right ahead. Oh, man. I'm trying to think, is there any big female superstar who's out injured? I will say Rhea Ripley will be in this match, and I do believe she'll be a part of the Final Four. Bianca will be a part of the Final Four. Bayley will be a part of the Final Four. And Charlotte will be a part of the Final Four. So, yeah, my Final Four: Bianca, Bayley, Rhea Ripley, and Charlotte Flair. I believe that is my Final Four for this match. I gotta go with Bianca Belair to win this match. I don't think you have to have Rhea Ripley win, although it'd be great. I would say number one would be Bianca. If I were to say Bianca doesn't win, then Rhea Ripley, and then you could just do the reverse. I think no matter who wins, the other one needs to go to the Chamber and win the Chamber to go on to face their champion. So, if Bianca wins, Rhea needs to be in the Chamber, she needs to win, and Charlotte needs to win the title so they can compete. If Rhea wins, then you put Bayley and Bianca in the Chamber, and then they face Sasha at WrestleMania, whoever wins that. That, to me, is your best options. So, my 1A is Bianca, my 1B would be Rhea Ripley to win. And yeah, my final four, I'll say it again. Bianca, Bayley, Charlotte, and Rhea Ripley will be the final four in this match. If I were to pick an Iron Woman match this year, and I know some people are like, wait, you're not picking Alexa? Have you not seen? I think Alexa's going to be put out for something. Somehow Alexa's not going to be a part of that final four because she's too OP right now. You can't. It just wouldn't work. If I were to pick an Iron Woman, just looking at the current list, honestly, Ruby Riott. I could see Ruby Riott starting the match early and lasting towards the final, 7, 8, 6, 5. Highly doubt that's what they would do. Either her or Shayna Baszler. Maybe Baszler comes in early and lasts since she was in the match so late last time. Probably won't get my Iron Woman prediction right at all. I could see a Trish Stratus coming back for this match. I could see Alita. I could even see one of the Bellas because Breeze talked about wanting to wrestle. I could see Breeze showing up. I could see some more NXT call-ups. I could see an Io Shirai making a surprise appearance. I could see a Kairi Sane return. I really believe I could even see that. Not sure, but I could see it. So, yeah, that's my pick for the Royal Rumble. My final four, like I said, my Iron Woman, Ruby Riott, or Shayna Baszler. My final four, definitely Bianca, Bayley, Charlotte, Rhea. And I am picking Bianca to win it. And if not Bianca, then I would say Rhea would probably win it. That is my picks. And I'm going to stick with my picks because I'm confident. I am confident with my picks today. Let's talk about this men's Rumble. This is not easy. This one, not easy at all. It's the men's 2021 Royal Rumble, and my goodness, this one's stacked, and they don't even have everyone in it who could be considered contenders, not officially in it, should I say. Let's go ahead, and I'm going to give you the list for the men's match. Oh, my goodness. You have Randy Orton, Edge, AJ Styles, Big E, Daniel Bryan, Sheamus, Jeff Hardy, Bobby Lashley, Jey Uso, Cesaro, The Miz and John Morrison, Otis, Sami Zayn, Shinsuke Nakamura, Dolph Ziggler, Mustafa Ali. I can't say it. Mustafa Ali, Braun Strowman, Baron Corbin, Dominic Mysterio, waste of a spot, and Rey Mysterio. Dominic's purely coming in to feud with Corbin and to have a spot. Yeah, I'm telling you, this is hard. This is so hard to decide. I'm gonna pull this back up. Like, even picking a final four for this is hard. Like, I was able to look at that women's and being like, yeah, this makes sense, and I could realistically believe it. I mean, you got to rule out Dolph Ziggler, Mustafa Ali. I will go on a limb. Cesaro will be final four, I feel like. Man, this is not easy. Cesaro, I can see being a final four. Hell, I could see Cesaro being final four, and I can also see Cesaro being the Iron Man of this match. But I also see Nakamura being an Iron Man. I don't see Nakamura being final four this year. Edge will be final four. Oh gosh, but that limits me to who's going to win. Cesaro. I'm not going to understand. Cesaro, like, Keith Lee will be final four. Daniel Bryan will be final four. Big E will be final four. And I think Edge will be final four. So yeah, Edge, Daniel Bryan. Who did I say? Keith Lee and who all did I say? Big E, Daniel Bryan. Fuck, I've done forgot. You know I'm great. Cesaro, yeah. Cesaro, Big E, Daniel Bryan, and Edge I could see being the final four. Unless there's some big-time entrant that we don't know about. Oh, yeah, Braun Strowman's a part of this match now, basically. Actually, take Cesaro out and put Strowman as final four. Honestly, I don't know. I'll probably at least get two of these four right. Maybe even three. Bryan, yeah. Edge, probably. I don't see what I mean. It's like going back and forth. Like, damn, what if they have a big surprise that I'm not expecting? Keith Lee, for sure, yeah. So Keith Lee and Daniel Bryan, I see being a final four. And I'll stick with it. Edge and Braun Strowman. Why not? That's my pick. I think Sheamus is going to get eliminated by Keith Lee. I think Randy Orton's going to get eliminated before the final four. Simply because of the Fiend being involved. The Fiend is somehow going to be involved. Maybe even Alexa Bliss. Now, out of those four guys, I have to pick Daniel Bryan. It's just what makes sense right now. I'm picking Daniel Bryan to win the Royal Rumble. I'll probably be wrong. If it's not Daniel, Keith Lee. Because you can still get Daniel to the show. But you can get Keith Lee to WrestleMania as well. So I'm picking Keith Lee as a runner-up. But I'm going Daniel Bryan. So, yeah, Cesaro, I pick as my Iron Man. I feel most confident about that. Maybe Nakamura. And I think you could use Nakamura being eliminated as a catalyst to maybe a Cesaro match with him at WrestleMania. Final four, Daniel Bryan, Keith Lee, Edge, and Braun Strowman. You know, Braun Strowman doesn't make sense. AJ Styles. Actually, screw Braun Strowman. AJ Styles will be a final four. But either way, Daniel Bryan or Keith Lee win the match. That's my picks. It took me forever to decide that. It's like I'm walking myself through my picks as I'm sitting here talking to you. But Daniel Bryan, why else it would not be Daniel Bryan? Is the way they've booked him to not look strong. Kind of just feels like the math does it for you. The numbers don't lie. The numbers, they just don't lie. You know what I mean? But, man. Ooh, what was that? But yeah, that's going to do it for me, guys. Sorry this was such a long video, you guys. Oh my goodness. I'm taking it back. I'm sorry, I'm taking it back. I'm putting it back on the screen. I had to shut off all. Yeah, that's going to do it for me. That's my Royal Rumble, my predictions. Look, if you're still here, you probably fast forwarded. But if you are still here and you watched this whole thing, thank you. Thank you so much for being a part of this. And thank you to all my new subscribers. Thank you to all the subscribers who I've had since the beginning. You are all so fucking awesome. Thank you guys. But again, I will reiterate. Susie might not agree with me, but I will reiterate. Pick the final, do your preview and your predictions down in the comments or on my Twitter. Just make sure you tag me. You can even go to the Facebook group if you guys choose to. The links to both are down in the description below. The winner of the Men's Rumble, the Women's Rumble, the Final Four for both, and then the winners of both the Universal and the WWE title match. And the winner and the second closest will get 2 free t-shirts of their choice in whatever size they need. So, or you can have a mask if you prefer a mask. Just let me know. But that's going to do it for me. Thank you guys so very much for joining me. And I hope to see you guys Sunday for the Royal Rumble, probably about 15 to 20 minutes after it goes off the air. Would love to see you guys then. Thank you very much. And remember, if you're in the Valparaiso area, go check out Jake's thing tonight. Remember, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and share this video to your friends. That's a wrap, folks. I'm Zach. You guys are awesome. Remember, stay safe, stay healthy, and above all else, join the nation. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Yo Bro Nation! Join us at TeePublic.com/Yo Bro Nation for our all new merch lineup like the Recess Still Ain't Old, the Yo Bro Nation Entertainment t-shirt, the Sidekick Susie Stranger Things shirt. It's a pretty sweet shirt. The Yo Bro Nation swirly shirt. How about I Love Yo Face Sidekick Susie t-shirt? Ooh. Or the Rainbow Sidekick Susie shirt. Yeah. Also, this exclusive limited time offer, we got a Forever Serenity special sale! Look at that. Ain't that pretty cool? I think it's pretty awesome. Hope for Ambi special sale. Help support a friend who really needs the help. 3 different t-shirt designs. We got the Hope for Ambi Black Angel t-shirt. The Hope for Ambi, Do You Want to Beat Up Cancer t-shirt. Wow, that's pretty nice. So yes, shop with us now at TeePublic.com/Yo Bro Nation. Get all your shirts. Stay safe, stay healthy, and above else, join the nation.